It's rather This isn't a good idea. Only without the stupid jokes this time. Jokes this time. What shall I do with... Well, what do you know? The case fits here perfectly, as if it was always here. Do you have an inventory for this stuff, or do I need to call the customs agents?
Jeez, I knew it would come to this. Here you go, here's the paperwork.
Ha! You see? Right there. 2 ritual knives. Where's the second? I'll have to talk to Warren about this.
Sure, whatever you like. I'll probably get fired from all this anyway. Look, lady. You leave everything in order down there?
Just as you left it. You can trust a Fed, right? Who'd think such an idyllic place could be a crime scene? Evening, officer. I'm Agent Bonnet, FBI.
Jeff McGregor, NYPD. Guess you got the short straw, huh?
Yeah, the investigators already been.
Yes, ma'am. Did their thing and took the body downtown.
And you're...
I'm waiting till the guy with the keys comes and locks up the building.
How is it inside?
It's a rich man's place. Pretty tidy, though. No sign of a struggle anywhere.
And the victim?
Killer gutted this guy like a fish, right there on the pool table. Put his heart in the corner pocket. I've seen a lot, but I almost blew chunks at that.
Vic must have been knocked out before the gory stuff happened.
Guess so. CSI guys were talking about an injury at the base of the skull, but beyond that, I have no idea.
Well, thanks, McGregor. Guess I'll go take a look for myself. Yeah, this is the biz. Old Victorian houses. Always wanted to live in one. CSI took samples from the containers on the table. Photographer left an evidence number card behind. The armchair was too far from the table. There's a lot of knickknacks in here. There's a business card in here. I doubt it belonged to the murderer. Alan Branford, collector. There's a phone number. Maybe I'll call him tomorrow. take it just in case. I have a wire. So he lays him out like a patient on an operating table. Chalk. There's still a scent of blood here. The smooth surface of the ball is cool and nice to touch. Something blocking the ball. Yeah, there's something there, all right. The head of a pre-Columbian figurine. I've had enough for today. I'll put the figurine in evidence deposit tomorrow. Okay, thanks, officer. I'm out of here. You staying on?
Hey, I'd gladly go home and hit the sack right now, but oh well.
Ah, someone will be along soon. Take care of yourself. I have a feeling this head is important. Besides, it's obviously valuable. A magnetic keycard lock. I should have a card for this, seeing as I work here. My God, this floor is dirty. Shame Nick doesn't try to cover his tracks like the criminals do. Hey, Ruth. I can't get into evidence deposit.
Oh yeah, you'll need this. It's a magnetic key card.
Morning, boss. Boy, am I tired. Up all night working. This case has me hooked. So let me bring you up to speed on it.
You know, from this window, you can almost see the insides of people's wallets. In Chicago, I had an office so high up, all I could see was the horizon. Still, horizon gives you perspective. Perspective allows you to see important things. So what do you got?
I think our man was known by all his victims. In Rudolph's case, I think he was invited up to his study, where they talked and had a whiskey.
Anything physical? Hair? Prints? What about those gold coins?
Nothing beyond whatever the lab boys picked up, which I'm guessing is zilch.
Perfectionist.
There was one thing. On the pool table at Rudolph's, I found a small golden head. Like a piece of a figurine. Looked kind of South American to me. Most probably, the victims were knocked out.
Isn't there anything leading to the museum?
Maybe the head, but one of those crates had a knife matching the description of the murder weapon.
Warren let you check out the storerooms.
He, came by and let me in. Anyway, here's the big news. There was a second knife listed in the paperwork for those crates, which wasn't in any of them.
You unpacked the crates with Warren's permission, right?
Relax, Chief. I scanned them with a portable X-ray scanner.
All right, go back to the museum and find out about that second knife. Make noise if you have to. Also, check out Warren's alibi.
One more thing. I found the business card of one Alan Branford at Rudolph's place.
Well, don't tell me, tell him. Branford, acquaintances, suspects, victims. It's all the same right now. We need perspective, fast.
4 isn't too much to handle, yet.
His urge to kill doesn't seem to be slowing, though.
He may have a predetermined list he's working through.
Yeah, some kind of sick goal he's trying to reach. But will he stop then?
Joel Rifkin was killing for 4 years, Bobby Joe Long for 10. They only stopped when they were caught.
Well, you're the expert. Go do a psych profile on him, see what you think.
I'll try.
And get your ass in gear. No reason he won't kill again tomorrow.
This is a lousy idea. No one there, I guess. Hi, this is Nicole Bonnet from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Is this Mr. William Warren?
It is. Hello again, Agent Bonnet. How can I help you today?
I'm hoping you could spare a moment from your busy schedule to meet me in person.
Well, when were you thinking?
Say, half an hour at the museum?
Okay, that'll be fine.
One more thing. Do you know a Mr. Alan Branford? He's some kind of collector.
Of course, yes. He's a close acquaintance of mine.
Oh, really? I need to contact him, too. Do you think you could pass a message for me, please?
Certainly. In fact, hold on just a moment. Agent Bonnet?
Yes.
Mr. Branford is at the museum now and will wait to see you.
Thank you. There's something written here. Maybe if I unfold the boat. And what's this? Nick's making origami with his breakfast? Beautiful boat-shaped origami. This is a city plan. The circle marks where James was killed. An arrow points to a handwritten note. 4:30 p.m. I think Nick wanted to meet me there. I have a feeling this head is important. Besides, it's obviously valuable. I should place it in our...
Exactly. Here's a card for you.
We need to hang a picture or a mirror or something here.
Welcome back.
Thank you for helping me reach Mr. Branford.
No problem. He's waiting in the next room for you.
That's wonderful. Before I see him, though, I just need to ask you a few questions.
You have my full attention.
Well, we're investigating a series of murders committed with curved blades of a particular antiquity, similar to those in your collection.
Yes, I recall you said something like that last time.
Right. Well, I found some similar items here, but they're packed for shipping to Bogota.
Ah, yes, the sacrificial knives.
Right. So I'm hoping you'll let us unpack that crate to check them more closely.
Oh, shame. Unfortunately, that's not possible. They left for Bogota this morning.
Oh, well, I was down there in the storage rooms just yesterday, and I took a good look at those crates.
I'm sorry, I don't remember your asking permission to do that. This is a private collection. I assume you had a court order or something.
No, although I did try to call you, unsuccessfully.
My phone was off. What exactly were you doing down there, if I may ask?
The doors were open, so I took the liberty of investigating, in case of, burglars and so on.
Perhaps you took too much liberty.
Well, and I checked a few crates with an X-ray scanner, just in case. Good job I did, too. There was a knife missing.
What do you mean, missing?
In the paperwork, 2 similar knives are listed, but only one knife's been packed.
Well, I'd have to go through the papers myself. Nobody's called from Bogota yet. Thank you for your, vigilance. But I can't help feeling I should ask my lawyer if I should complain to your boss.
That might not be such a bad idea.
What?
Stands to reason that the only missing ancient sacrificial dagger that I know of may well be the same ancient sacrificial dagger used as a murder weapon. Again, last night.
What? Again? I'm not sure
A Mr. John Rudolph was murdered in his home last night.
This must be a nightmare.
Ah, so you knew Mr. Rudolph?
Tell me, please, how did it happen?
I can't do that, sir. Tell me, why weren't you answering your phone yesterday evening?
I was at the Philharmonic concert in Lincoln Center. That's why I switched it off. They were performing Rachmaninoff and Prokofiev, if you're interested.
Can anyone confirm all this?
Yes, Mr. Branford can.
Okay, well, that's all for now. Thank you, Mr. Warren. I'm sure we'll talk again later. I can smell the jungle.
Ah, Miss Bonnet, Alan Bradford. Bill told me.
Yes, thank you so much for meeting me. It's very helpful. So, I hear you're a music lover.
Yes, indeed. I'm a symphonic man myself, particularly live. can't beat live music.
I was supposed to go to a concert with a friend, but I had to work late. Apparently it was great. The Rimsky-Korsakov performed by the Philharmonic at the Lincoln Center.
Oh, yes? Yeah, pardon me for asking, but you're not married by any chance, are you?
No,
Well, I don't know where your friend was last night, but he certainly wasn't at the Lincoln. Maybe you should investigate what he was doing at the time. I assure you there wasn't even a note of Rimsky-Korsakov. But the Prokofiev... Ask Bill. He was there with me.
Is it possible my acquaintance was at a different concert?
So you wanted to see me to talk about music? Well, would you like to go and hear some Dvorak next Saturday?
Thank you, sir, but I'm rather busy at the moment. But I do have your number.
From Bill? I can't believe he'd selflessly give me such a chance.
No, not for Mr. Warren. One last thing, sir. Did you know John Rudolph, too?
Why, yes. Did he do something?
I'm afraid to say he died, murdered, yesterday evening.
No, you must be mistaken.
I'm very sorry.
God, will it ever end? The horror. The horror.
Again, I'm very sorry. Could you tell me when you last saw him?
Oh, some kind of charity concert about 6 months ago.
Uh-huh. And do the names Fairbanks, Chestham, Haig say anything to you?
Yes, they're dead too. I knew all of them.
Mr. Branford, sir, do you have any idea why this might be the case?
Vaquero.
I'm sorry?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you afraid? Sir, do you have reason to be afraid?
Yes, of course. People I know are being horribly killed. Am I going to be next? I don't know.
Look, if anything suspicious happens, you call me straight away, okay? Please. Oh, that word you said back there, waquero. Is it a curse?
Word? Ah, you mean vaquero.
Yeah, exactly.
In a sense, yes, Miss Bonnet. It means grave robber. I don't know. I don't know.
Look, if anything suspicious happens, you call me straight away, okay? Please.
I don't...
Look. The little guy lost his head, but I think I know how to help him. This time, I must ask Warren. Could I borrow this headless golden figurine for my investigation?
What for?
It's part of the investigation, sir.
Well, I'm afraid I can't hand it over just like that. We have strict rules about this kind of thing. I'll need to see some paperwork first.
Okay, no problem. I can arrange that. Will you still be here in a little while?
I'll be here for some time, probably.
Ruth, could you do me a short request form so I can borrow a piece from the museum?
Sure, sweetie. Go grab me the form with the departmental seal from the supply closet.
I think it was that form.
You just need the chief to sign off on it.
Chief, this is a good idea. I'm betting the golden head belongs to the figurine from the museum.
That'd be good. What's next then?
We can work that out now.
Well, can we make Warren a suspect and toss his place?
Not yet. His pal Branford gives a good alibi. For now, we need a look at Warren's golden figurine.
Are you sure? It's a valuable historical object and all that jazz.
I know. Warren asked for official bureau approval before he'd let it go.
Ruth, get on the approval thing for Nicole.
Do you have that document for me, Ruth?
Sure do. It's over there, honey.
Okay, I'm going back to the museum. Director Warren, this is an official FBI request to borrow one of your display pieces.
Of course. Please, the figurine is all yours, Agent Bonnet.
How do I remove it from the display case?
The porter will take care of that for you.
Could you open the display case with the golden figurines, please?
Jeez, it's always something with you.
Director Warren has given his permission this time.
Okay. It'll be open for you by the time you get there.
What are the lights blinking? Are we on? Off? Faulty? I may not be an expert florist, but I'd say this soil could be useful. bag of potting soil. How about I try it one more time, but do it just a little... I can't carry... Didn't make it in time. Hope Nick's his usual late self. What a dump! Nick should be somewhere around here. Thinking about what happened here? Oh. In fact, I'll have this. The one in my basin at home disappeared. Look at all the cigarette butts. Nick must have been here a while. One of them's still hot. Irreplaceable equipment. Nice blue walls. Once upon a time, it was probably really nice here. Well, I don't drink on duty, but this might help with the information gathering. I still haven't checked the apartment at the other end of the corridor. Devastated furniture and empty bottles litter the place. Freeze! FBI!
Jesus Christ!
Identify yourself, sir.
Damn! Is this a free country or what? You're gonna shoot me?
Irreplaceable equipment. What shall I do with it? The sink is clogged. The roaches are gonna be pissed. The bottle in the sink looks expensive. A very useful thing. The label fits perfectly. What's your name?
Joel Tatum.
Do you have any ID on you?
Nah.
What are you doing here, Joel?
Sitting. Down there by the door, there's this tape. Says police and don't cross or something.
So I'm sitting and not crossing.
Okay, were you here 2 days ago, Joel?
2 days? Nah, I don't think so. Half an hour ago, there was this guy with a badge took me in.
He had a badge. It must have been a friend of yours, no? Called, what's his name? Nick.
Generally, my home is somewhere else.
Well, you gotta go back there now, Joel. You're not allowed to be here right now, okay?
No. Nick told me I'm not supposed to cross that yellow tape.
This building is closed because a murder was committed here.
Murder? Oh, damn, Nick sent me up. I have to sit here till his tardy partner arrives.
Well, you can go now, Joel. I'm Nick's partner.
Yeah? Oh, by the way, what was I supposed to give you? Can't you remember by any chance?
I don't understand.
Well, sure you don't. For me, it's just a matter of life and death. You can't even remember where I hid it.
Did Nick give you something for me, Joel? Do I need to search you?
Hang on, what was it? That ain't gonna work. Them synapses don't connect. Not enough body fluids. Hang on,
Well, that's real scotch.
Johnny Stalker, Black Label.
How are the synapses now?
Connecting. Oh, right here in my pocket. I've got a greenhorn for you.
It was in your pocket the whole time? What, was that a joke or something? There's something underneath that fold, some letters. I'll, straighten out the page. Yep, that's Nick's handwriting. James, mobile. Does he mean James's mobile phone? Piece of paper with a note on. If the beat cops find you here, Joel.
Yeah, sure. What was I? Come and visit me sometime in the subway. 181 Street Station. And take Nick with you.
The fuse is blown, but I think it's repairable. Piece of crap. The wires came out in handfuls. Cool. I repaired the fuse. The fuse is blown, but I think it's repairable. Cool. No way I'm grabbing those wires with my bare hands. I'll try to turn it off. I only hope my bacon doesn't get fried. The opening is too narrow. I can't reach it. This must be James's mobile. Nick mentioned it. I don't like to leave a mess. James's. have to take the figurine back to evidence deposit. If I die on duty, I hope someone will come by and shed a tear for me. The golden head is missing. I'll have to look into that. The golden head is missing. I'll have to look into that. We'll see what Nick's on about with this mobile. This Here's the badge and ID, okay? I'll take it just in case. The Gordian knot, after Alexander had had a look. A very useful thing. Maybe people'd think twice about breaking the law if they knew how many clues we can pick up with this thing. I'll take it just in case. Irreplaceable. I managed to clean them. I'll take it just in case. I'll take it just in case. A very useful thing. Irreplaceable equipment. Forget about it. It's not this combination. It works all right, but we still need his PIN. Where do I get that from, I wonder? I could call Nick, but really, how's he supposed to know? Doesn't fit. Nothing doing. At last. What do we have here? The victim of a dark, gloomy photo. We need to prepare it for inclusion in our database. Oh yes, it'll just be a moment now. Bingo! 80% compliance. Acquiero. Suspected of armed robbery, but we couldn't make it stick. He got 6 months for petty theft, and poof, gone again. Our local drug baron, also a suspect in a murder investigation. He's being surveilled by Agent Scott, James Scott. So Branford was less concerned about the curse and the grave robber than he was with this thug? Branford thinks Acquiero's our serial killer. Why? Think, Nikki, think. James receives this photo from an unknown source this morning. He goes to surveil the situation and is shot dead. He must have been watching Acquiero's joint. I should do one more thing. I should... A very useful thing. The time when this place buzzed with life is long over. A solid piece of iron. Now the wheel is not supported by anything. The single working air conditioner in the whole place. Ha! Now you'll stink instead of freezing. The window is open. There's someone inside. How about if I have a little listen?
So, boss, we're duping this key?
Idiot! We can't dupe it till we find it.
Well, it ain't nowhere to be found.
That's no good. Look, I don't have time for this. The little one's arrived already.
So, shall I go look for it?
No, it may already be in the hands of the cops. Anyway, we need to get the hell out of here.
Look, boss, I can understand gold and jewelry, but, like, why lug all this old trash around?
Shut it, you moron. You think killing you where you stand would be a moral dilemma for me? Ah, relax. You think I don't have a soul? My Indian spirit is over there, nesting in those shells. You're not a gringo, don't you get it?
Yes, boss. Sorry, I just thought we were exposing ourselves, is all.
Enough. Pack this stuff up. And don't forget that old knife in the drawer. When I return with the truck, I'll call you to come down and open the door. Then you can load the stuff.
I don't believe it. I'm in the belly of the beast. I don't want to be. I can feel a breeze from that crack. The back panel looks movable. That hidden room doesn't feel safe. God knows how they built it anyway.
Nice gadget. I'll take it. You're not going to need it anyway. Well, Doc, is there anyone here with you? No? Are you certain?
Enough! Go out and check around. So you're here all by yourself. Tell me, what do you have against me?
We know everything.
Then we have nothing to talk about. They will find you eventually, stuffed in a barrel on a dock somewhere, without a face, and no perfect white teeth.
Listen, I found the bloodstains at the rooftop exit. Even after scrubbing, they'll still be visible with the luminol. But I know how to hide them completely.
You will show me?
I'll show you. Don't want to upset my dentist.
Ah, this I must see. The stairway to the roof?
Yes, the second and fifth steps from the top.
Are you gonna
Too far. Too... I can't be surprised by anyone if I lock the door from the inside. The luminol will make the traces of blood visible, even if wiped or smeared. These are undoubtedly bloodstains. I need to secure this evidence. It's better not to touch. Okay, let's look under the carpet. I guess I'm not the first to think this. Wonder where it leads. Let's take a look. The problem is, the trap door's jammed tight. Plus, I can't see any kind of mechanism to release the bolt. Wonder where it leads. Let's take a look. Ah, a secret passage. Cliché upon cliché. I wonder what's inside. Oh, money. I don't want to take someone else's money. I think... The small door seems to be unlocked, but there's no way to pull it open. The small... I'm putting a coin in the slot. It's what economists call the power of money. I'd better take them all. Maybe one of them will fit. Damn, the roller blind won't stay up, and I can't hold it all day. Well, that was stupid. It's not this common. They don't fit together. Yeah, it's going. Slow process, though. The screw is too rusty to undo by hand. I can't get a grip. Yeah, it's going. Slow process, though. Yeah, it's going. Slow process, though. Yeah, it's going. Slow process, though. Cool. The key fits the ratchet pivot. Good going so far, but maybe it'd be better. It's going. No. It's going. Well. It's going slowly. No. It's going. No. It's going slowly. Tough. No. It's going. No. It's going. No. It's going. It's going. Well. Good going so far. The door's been locked. The door's been locked with... It's going... No. It's going slowly. Well, it's moving slowly, but hey, at least it works. Thanks for the gift, Mr. Thug. Nick! FBI, you're under arrest.
Did you do the broker? You can't frame me for that, Ray.
Hail the conquering hero returns!
Ruth, are you okay?
Come on. Nicole, honey, all of New York is talking about your success.
There was nothing about it in the papers.
There will soon. Even Chaser said you were the big cat in the jungle now. Come here, let me inspect you before the chief grabs you. They say those shitheads down there really worked you over.
Ruthie, is it very obvious?
Oh, it's not so bad. Young bodies heal quickly.
Well, it hurt like hell. Those bums really know how to show a lady a bad time.
Nicole, honey, I have an eye for people. And I can tell you're a great gal with all the right stuff. So mind that cute little tuckus of yours and watch it doesn't get shot off. It wouldn't look so good 6 feet under.
Amen to that.
Excellent work, Agent Bonnet. But you went shooting off without any backup, damn it. Just like Nick.
Was that a compliment?
Don't count on it.
I'll pretend it was. Anyway, I'm here now. Let's get on with this.
Okay, Huaquero's going to be tough to break. We need to be 100% where he's concerned. Our chain of evidence has to be absolutely solid, as it may be the only thing we can tie him down with.
I'll run a comparison on the blood on the knife I found on him.
His defense team will no doubt question the legality of our entry. And the beating, too. Nick certainly didn't do us any favors there.
I didn't approve of it.
Well, what else could you have said? Thanks, Nick, but he looks fine as he is? Come on.
Huh. I think Nick's got Huaquero in mind for James's killing.
You think? Do we even still have an Agent Nick Romsky in the Bureau? Everything I know about his progress lately is secondhand. Too much I think, maybe I heard, nothing concrete. Not even a decent written report. Bonnet.
Yeah?
You're our best chance. Get out there and make it happen. Go! Bonnet, I'm too busy right now. Unless you've got a breakthrough in the investigation.
No, not really.
Alrighty then.
check the blood group and DNA analysis of the other victims. I'll take it just in case. Enough for a small sample. Empty vials for substance testing. Okay, the test results should have been sent to my computer. Henry Fairbanks' blood is all over this knife. Gotcha, kiddo. Gotcha. Blood test results on Akero's knife are in. They're from the first victim, the engineer. He's done for now.
No, we don't.
What?
Wakero got blown away trying to escape custody. He's history now.
Well, at least there won't be any more dead rich guys turning up.
Don't count on it.
Irreplaceable equipment. Oh, and there's the golden head from the stockbroker's house. The torso of a pre-Columbian. I can deal with the I'll try fitting them together. They fit. A closet opened up. A small bag of white powder. Well, well. Time for a lab test. Irreplaceable Yep, tests confirmed my suspicions. It ain't sugar. Why isn't this working? Empty Pure uncut heroin. What a surprise. There was a key to a drug stash at the museum. Does Warren have anything to do with it? Still not enough to detain Warren. Try to get something more from this photo. A few extra filters and a dark room in the background, like a cellar or storage room. There's a column supporting an arched vault, which means it's an old place. Fan on the ceiling, some other bits and pieces. An old, faded poster, partially lit. Now, where have I seen it? In the basement of the museum, I think. I should go and check it out.
The boss ain't here.
That's okay. I just wanted a quick look.
Impossible. Without a court order, no one gets in.
Look, can't we work something out?
No way. I almost got fired 'cause of you, you know.
Nick Romsky was asking about you the other day.
Forget it, lady. It ain't gonna work. The boss ain't here.
That's okay. I just wanted a quick look.
Impossible. Without a court order, no one gets in.
Look, can't we work something out?
No way. I almost got fired 'cause of you, you know.
Nick Romsky was asking about you the other day.
Forget it, lady. It ain't gonna work.
I'll take it just in case. Is Warren spreading word about the old maps and his talks of expeditions with old friends? A very useful thing. How about I try it? What shall I do with it?
What now? For crying out loud.
I was just looking at this beautiful thing when the alarm went off.
All right already. Don't leave until I've done a round of the entire floor.
Okay, I'll just guard the entry then. Down, quick! If Akero used to come here, then drugs were here too. They arrived here inside the exhibits and were repacked here too. It doesn't seem likely that Warren knew nothing about it, and the porter? That's why Nick took an interest in him. Guess this is a packing table. It looks like James was also interested in this cabinet. There was white pollen on them. I'll take it. It's a message from Nick. How the hell? Our knife man's dead. I'll have to look into this ASAP. The 181st Street subway station. It was to here that the bum invited me. Could he murder? Nah, he's more the victim type. Low rent neighborhood. I'll take it just in case. A very useful thing. This was once a modern station. Irreplaceable equipment. This is Joel Tatum, a local drunkard. Used to sleep around here. The autopsy will confirm Tatum's time of death. Unfortunately, Akero will probably dodge this one too. Are the thugs recruiting now? Hi, Jeff. What have we got here?
Same as last time. Am I Mr. Lucky or what?
Gutted?
Yep, wasn't such a surprise though. First time I saw a mess like that, I lost my lunch. Now I see it and think, what's for lunch?
Nice, real nice. So, who found the body?
There were some guys in renovating the place. One of them.
He know the Vic?
Don't think so.
Okay, let's take a look here.
Okay, that'll be fine.
Workman's tools left behind. How handy. I'll take it just in case. I don't need it now. Someone used this newspaper to wipe the floor, maybe to obscure their footprints. Now it should light up. Ventilation duct nearby. I can feel air movement. What would Nick do in my shoes? Ugh, bottles crawling with beasties. This is a loud... Otherwise... This looks like the proverbial message in a bottle. They don't fit together. It's not... Why isn't this... Unbelievable! Joel Tatum's Diploma of Fine Art from New York University. I don't need it. I should have examined this sample from the museum. Empty vial. Looks like the museum was spreading more than just knowledge. I want to search the entire museum. The chief could help with the search warrant. Hey, Ruth, Chief around?
Nope. And before you ask, I've no idea when he'll be back.
Hey, you've known him longer than I have. You think he's happy with my work?
I'm sure he is, honey. Just don't count on him to actually say it.
Huh. So how long have you known him?
Oh, only a few months. He was in the Chicago office before.
You know his family or anything?
No. He lost his wife not long before I started here. He's only just gotten over it, really. Organizing this office helped him a lot. But from what I gather, he's not the same man.
I'm wondering what the link is between all the victims. Tatum's death doesn't follow the pattern. They were all wealthy, respectable, educated men.
And Tatum?
He was a bum.
We'll check the precinct's files on vagrancy busts and drifters. You never know.
Well, I'll be. Tatum had a diploma from New York University.
Maybe it was fake, like one of those online ones.
I don't think it was. He kept it rolled up in an old champagne bottle.
Aha, so there's the connection then.
They were all alcoholics?
No, the education. Whatever happened to him, Tatum was at least a well-educated man.
Right. And you know what else? All these guys were graduates of the same university.
Were they more or less the same age? Maybe they studied together.
Ruth, genius. Maybe there's something to this. I'm going down to the NYU library on East 84th to check it out. Respectable walls in a respectable library. I haven't been to an ophthalmologist for a while. So what's the librarian using if she doesn't have her glasses? Good morning, ma'am.
Or rather, good evening. Do you have a library card or university ID?
How's this?
Oh, I say. And what brings the FBI to us today?
Well, I'm trying to find out about some former students from, say, 1982 to 1986. I thought perhaps there'd be some papers or records.
And all that today? I think you'd be here all week looking that lot up.
Okay, so let's start with something that would list students' names for that period.
Yearbooks, then. Do you know what?
Yeah?
I'll have to close the reading room in a few minutes. I'm all alone here, you know.
I understand that, ma'am, but I'm conducting an investigation here.
I was expecting a butt, young lady. Don't worry, I'll stay and help you.
Yes?
Yes, indeed. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes, I'm all by my lonesome here.
Yes, I noticed.
I've been working in this library for 30 years, you know. I retired 5 years ago.
Oh, so you came back because you couldn't live without the books, right?
And do you know who my replacement is? My niece. She's at the Librarians' Conference in Europe.
You raised your own successor. Well done. Anyway, to get back to the yearbooks.
Yes, indeed. Now then, the university authorities are very fond of statistics, you know.
Ah, paperwork?
Right. Now then, if you bring me the books you want, I can catalog them and make the necessary statistical records.
Maybe you could point me in the right direction.
Over there, on the shelves, left of the doors. They're the yearbooks. You found them, too. And I looked for so long. You're a regular Miss Marple.
I hope Jessica Fletcher there will help me. Here they are.
What is it exactly you're hoping to find in them?
Anything I can about 4 or 5 of your old students.
I see. And what are their names?
Well, Joel Tatum, Andrew Haig, Henry Fairbanks, John Rudolph, and Mark Chestham.
Oh, hold your horses there, sweetie. Okay, let's start with Tatum. Here's the index. And here he is, page 226. Now then, where are those other boys? Seems all their entries refer to page 226. Let's have a look there.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Oh, don't thank me too soon. This page has been torn out. Look. See?
Oh my God, is this Scooby-Doo or what?
Those meddling kids get worse with every generation. But I'll catch the little buggers. Oh, yes.
All the drawers are locked. Anyway, I'm here for books this time. Are there any copies, microfilms, and so on?
Microfilms? Why, yes. Although the newer things are being scanned now, you know.
Uh-huh. Do you think I could have a look at the microfilm for this page?
Not today, sweetie. I'm too tired now. Come back tomorrow. My niece will be back then. She's much better with the technical things.
Listen, ma'am. Someone else may die today, and it's possible that that microfilm contains something I can use to stop anyone else from being hurt.
Yes, well, when you put it like that... Shocking, quite shocking. Well, I should leave now if I'm going to catch my bus. But there's one later on, too. I could always take that one instead. All right then, sweetie. I'll help you. Okay, FBI. You convinced me.
Terrific. Thank you so much. Now, where are the microfilms? I'll try to find them the old-fashioned way.
You'd be better off playing the lottery. Higher chances.
Needle in a haystack, huh?
The microfilm room is there on the right. Wait, from here I can unlock all the drawers.
Sorry, there...
Of course.
Oh, screw it. There's more celluloid here. Oh, screw it. Oh, you're right. I won't find anything this way.
Never mind. In the meantime, I found the catalog number. It's 01-044-86.
Oh 01-044-86? The numbers here are totally different. Where'd she get this from? Oh 01-044-86? The numbers here are totally different. Where'd she get... Oh... Oh 01-044-86? The numbers here are totally different. Where'd she get this from? It's been hiding in this drawer for far too long. Let's see what secrets it holds. What shall I do? The reel may yet come in handy. Well, that was... I managed to wind the film onto the reel. The image is terrible. Ah, no lens. The image is... Is that the only machine?
At the moment, yes. The others are being repaired. Is there something wrong with that one?
The optics are broken, no focal lens.
Oh, well, I really don't know how to help you there.
You mean the focal lens from the microfilm reader?
I have no idea what it is. See if you can tell. Here you are.
This is a loud... Finally, now the text is clear. NYU students to follow in the footprints of conquistadors. Amazon expedition underway. NYU professor of archaeology Dr. Samuel Dickinson is leading an expedition into the Amazon rainforest. Their itinerary recreates the journeys of the Spanish explorers of the 16th and 17th centuries. While the party's goal is the last of the great Incan treasures, the fabled hoard of Tupac Amaru, can the professor achieve what the conquistadors did not? Will he find the legendary city of Acacor, treasure vault of an entire empire, the once mighty Incas? The team, who has already left for Peru, consists mostly of NYU students. List of participants in Professor Dickinson's expedition. Samuel Dickinson, professor of pre-Columbian archaeology at NYU, expedition leader. Alice Dickinson, the professor's daughter, student. William Warren, assistant to the professor. Andrew Haig, student, team doctor. Henry Fairbanks, student, technician. Mark Chestham, student. Joel Tatum, student. John Rudolph, student. Alan Branford, student. Noel Roche, student. So all the victims were part of the expedition. Fairbanks, Haig, Chestham, Rudolph, and Tatum. Finally, we got ourselves a fact. There's something here about the aftermath, too. Tragedy in the jungle. Our university community has lost an outstanding colleague and teacher, professor of archaeology, Dr. Samuel Dickinson. His scientific and social achievements are writ large across the history of our university. He was last seen heading a scientific expedition to Peru to find the legendary Incan treasure vaults left behind after the conquistadors' invasion. In the course of the expedition, the professor, his daughter Alice, and fellow student Noel Roche all went missing. Roche's body was found later in the jungle. He had been killed by native Indians. Despite valiant attempts by the other members of the expedition, led by Professor Dickinson's assistant William Warren, Dickinson and his daughter were never found. In the face of the Indian threat and increasingly difficult weather conditions, the remaining party members chose to withdraw. According to Mr. Warren, the chances of finding the professor alive are virtually nil. We believe, though, that the professor and his students will live on in our university's history. Peace in their memory. Warren, he's the linchpin of this whole story. It's just him and Branford now. Now, are they both potential victims, or is one of them the murderer? Maybe they're in it together. Or maybe the murderer is someone not on the list. And where's the irrefutable proof that Haquero killed Fairbanks? Are there two murderers at work here? Anyway, let's copy the list of participants. Maybe I can get out of here finally. Let's see this list again. Only thing what's stopping them from revealing information that could save their lives? Only if one or both of them were directly involved in the killings would it make sense to do so. We'll have to check their alibis again. Drugs, Hackero, expeditions, and the drugs thing is probably incidental. Don't want to get too hung up on that. Thank you very much, ma'am. I've got everything I need now.
May I go home then?
Certainly, but if you'll just bear with me a second. Federal Agent Nicole Bonnet, FBI. I need a patrol car to the library on East 84th. It's for an expert witness in a case I'm investigating. I'll need her driven home safely. Thank you. Okay, ma'am. A policeman will be along in 5 minutes to give you a ride home. Thank you very much for your time. You've been a tremendous help.
Not at all. It was quite exciting, actually.
Ah, Agent Bonnet. Hear about that knife business again? It's getting a bit old now.
Why didn't you say anything about the expedition?
They were tragic events. Best forgotten.
Well, start remembering because my serial killer is tied into them somehow.
Really? What an idea.
Yes, I also think that you hindered the investigation by withholding important information.
Well now, I can see you're here on business.
I'm always here on business. Don't you know the victims are all on a list?
Well, it's possible, I suppose.
It's possible, but you and Branford could be on that list. Aren't you afraid?
What good would fear do? Understand, I settled up with my conscience long ago.
When? When Fairbanks was killed? Or only after Tatum was?
You think it's so easy? And you, little girl, hiding behind an FBI badge. Do you think about all the people slaughtered somewhere in the cold and dark without your knowing?
Yes, and I hate it. I wake up mornings thinking that today someone else will die, and I can't stop it. Now it's even worse. I know who's gonna die.
Not all of them will.
Yeah?
Juan Alvarado, an archaeologist living in Cusco. He didn't join us until Peru.
Juan Alvarado? You keep in touch with him?
Not really.
Were there other people involved in the expedition?
Yes, Vaquero.
Go on.
Vaquero was a local grave robber, an amateur. He appeared when we were totally devastated and on the retreat, offering his help.
And
then he demanded an outrageous payment, and we parted ways with great ill will. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an important call to make. Now, if you'll excuse me.
It's good we met. Are you waiting for Warren?
We're going out, although I'd prefer to go with you to the concert.
Well, maybe when I finish this case.
I can hardly wait.
I found out a little more about the Peruvian expedition 20 years ago. Do you, keep in touch with Mr. Alvarado?
No, not for a very long time, but we used to be friends. Why is he of interest to you?
The murders are all occurring within a specific group of people, and Alvarado's part of it.
Yes. Yes, he is. Do you think he could be the murderer?
Well, I don't have any proof to that end.
Do you think then that it's a Koga Pachiros Indian curse?
No.
Neither do I, but if our murderer was on this expedition, and if it's neither Warren nor myself, then it must be Alvarado?
Why should I suspect a man who lives in Peru of murdering people in New York?
Alvarado was in town at the same time, of course.
What? In New York City? Are you sure?
He called me. I was frightened he was trying to track me down.
Do you know where he is now?
He left a message that he was returning home, back to Peru. I hope it's true.
We'll look into it. Do you have his address?
Well, he sent me a letter postmarked in Manhattan. Had a photo of his house in Cusco in it with the address and a note. I showed it to Warren this morning.
Could I see it, please?
Well, here's the thing. There was a bit of a mess in the museum this morning. They were cleaning the showpieces that hang from the ceiling, and I had to literally push my way through between them. It must have been squeezed out of my pocket then.
Right. I'll find it. Look, if any... Ruth? Nicole.
Yes?
I need you to check South American flights out of the country in the last 5 days. Looking for a Juan Alvarado, archaeology professor, flying to Cusco, Peru.
Okay, I'll get right on it.
Thanks, Ruth. Mr. Brantford's waiting for you outside.
Thank you. I'll be leaving now. You're staying here?
This pavilion is such a magical place.
You sound just like Alan. But I'm glad. It's a good thing.
Creating something like that must require so much talent.
And 20 years of hard work.
And one day, Haquero arrived and wanted to destroy all this.
This again, eh? No, in the beginning he even seemed friendly.
And then, he wanted to destroy your reputation and you couldn't get rid of him. So he blackmailed you?
What makes you think that?
I found traces of a drug stash down there.
Such a dirtbag. He defiled everything with his dirty little hands.
So he came here to demand his blackmail money?
You know, during the expedition we found a couple of shells of insignificant value and some old Spanish coins. Back then we were young and stupid. We invited tragedy. When the rain started and we realized we wouldn't be able to find the professor, we just wanted to get home as fast as we could. And Haquero said that because of the diggings, we would have to negotiate with corrupt pen pushers for weeks.
He helped you smuggle items out?
Yes. Oh, they were objects of little significance, and I soon forgot about them.
Did he also smuggle drugs inside exhibition pieces?
No, never. He pushed me to, but I never allowed it.
Did he pressure the others too?
I thought that he murdered them to get at me.
Why didn't you inform the authorities?
What are you talking about? I spoke to your man Chaser about the whole thing.
Chaser, yes, of course. Did you find the legendary city in the end?
Akakor? Well, we thought so, back then. But we couldn't go back again. It all seems like a dream now.
Last thing, are you sure you don't want protection?
Thank you, no. This place is swarming with police.
Here, an antique house in Cusco, hence the dedication.
Nicole?
Yeah, hi Ruth.
Alvarado left the country already. Hopped a flight to Peru.
That's great, thanks. Listen, is the chief there?
Not at the moment.
You know what? Book me 2 tickets on the next plane to Cusco, Peru. Visas for me and Nick, and a hotel.
Be cheaper if you share a room.
Leave me alone.
Does Nick know about all this?
Not yet. I'll call him now.
Okay.
Thanks, Ruth.
Please leave a message after the beep.
Nick, we're going to Peru with this serial killer thing. Call me or Ruth back ASAP. Don't let me down on this. Shall we? I've got a major update on the investigation.
I'm all ears.
I've established a few facts. All the victims were part of an academic expedition to the Amazon over 20 years ago. Professor Dickinson, his daughter, and another student named Noel Richet all tragically died during the expedition. Our friend Hakiero helped evacuate the survivors. He also helped them smuggle some minor artifacts out. Of the entire expedition, the only currently living survivors are Warren, Branford, and Alvarado, who is now an archaeology professor living in Cusco, Peru. All are potential victims, and all are potential killers.
Why?
Well, I don't have any real strong evidence yet, but all my leads come back to the expedition.
So something happened down there that 20 years later is causing our wannabe Quartermains to rip each other's guts out.
Looks that way. I just don't know what the something is. So I'm gonna fly down to Cusco and talk with this Alvarado character.
I can't authorize that. They won't let me. It's about 4 countries outside our jurisdiction.
Look, if he's not the murderer, he might open up to me. I've got a picture with a dedication he made for Branford.
Can I see it? Well, well.
So maybe I'll find out what their little rumble in the jungle was. But if Alvarado is the doer...
Then he had to have been up here for the last few weeks.
And so he was.
Shit, this is getting more and more iffy. Well, we can ask the Peruvian police to do the interrogation.
I've got the feeling I'll have to go and do it in person.
Forget about feelings. We're dealing in facts. Did you do the psychological portrait?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Our killer has a thing for middle-aged, physically fit males. He's of a similar class and income as his victims, except for Tatum. Not sure why he got hit. So, let's say he isn't an acquaintance. then he's most likely in a position of public trust, something he can use to get close to his targets. Policeman or priest, the usual candidates. Even someone like yourself, Chief, or our pal Branford. As for motivation, I reject the ritual aspect. It's a cool gag, but ultimately just handy window dressing. However, the antique gold coins left with the bodies, that's a clear attempt at communication. Or the whole thing could just be Warren stripping down to a loincloth and slaughtering his old buddies.
Warren in a loincloth? Nah.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Warren, I wasn't aware he'd asked you for help, Chief.
Well, Nick was dealing with this case. He should have told you.
Warren admitted to me that they'd smuggled out some minor artifacts. Did he say anything like that to you?
No, he was very careful with his words. And anyway, it was only a brief chat on the phone.
Maybe the stuff they smuggled out wasn't so minor.
So they found some really big treasure down there. Someone got stiffed at the share out. And this is a 20-year late reminder?
20 years is a good amount of time for a prison sentence.
So he did 20 because he was framed. Well, that's a revenge motive. But what was he framed for?
We won't know until I go down there.
You're not going anywhere yet, Bonnet. Such a trip has to be well planned.
There's no time for that. We hang around with this, and who knows how bad this is gonna get.
You won't save anyone like this.
Listen to me. Listen, you can laugh, but I see a jungle city in my dreams. And at the top of these massive stone steps is a sacrificial altar. And the murderer's there, and he's gonna turn around any second. And when he does, pow!
Oh, for crying out loud, she's giving me dreams now. Go home, sleep. I'm giving you 1 day off. Make the most of it.
Chief!
Don't chief me, just get out of here. Jesus Christ. Bonnets, I'm too busy.
No.
All
I made a... What the hell am I doing? Chief will can me if I take off down there. Be the shortest career in FBI history. Let it go. A man can only die once. Get packing anyway. Your destination awaits. I should do one more thing.
So, you flying? You know what, Nicole? Dollars to donuts, Nick will be late for his flight.
Can't we just medicate him and wake him when he's needed?
Send him the address of some dusky cafe in Cusco. Maybe he'll drop by for a coffee.
Look, just make sure he gets everything he needs for the investigation.
Don't worry. I'll staple the notes to his head if I have to.
You working late again?
Yeah. I think I'll end up mummified here and put on display for future generations of secretaries.
I promise I'll dust you. See you soon anyway.
Yeah. Hey, don't forget the postcard.
I won't. See you, Ruthie.
So.
Damn, but it's good to get away from the city and the crime and all the everyday crap. It feels so fresh down here. I'll take a camera and act like a tourist. Might even fool someone. Good morning, senor.
Buenos dias, señorita. Don Diego welcomes you. How was your journey?
Fine, thank you, although I've got this nagging headache.
It's the altitude. You'll soon get used to it.
That's good to hear. I was hoping you could call a taxi for me. I need to get downtown soon.
Great idea, but it's not good sightseeing on an empty stomach, señorita.
I'll be glad to eat here this evening, but I still have the airline food in my stomach.
Oh, hamburgers! Down here, miss, you will learn the joys of a full and rewarding appetite.
Sounds good, but I can't afford a whole new wardrobe right now.
Shame. Men like a fuller figure. I assure you, señorita.
Yeah, I noticed.
Ha-ha! Eagle Eye! So, about that headache, I have something for it here.
Tablets?
Oh, no, miss. Coca leaves. Chewing them brings great relief from all sorts of pains. Don't be afraid to try them.
Well, maybe I will. Thank you.
For sure.
So what are the sights around here?
Oh, señorita. All depends on time. How much have you got? A month? A year?
Oh no, a few days at most.
Then you need a guide. I will arrange one for you. And in the meantime, how about a snack? Something to round out the figure. Are you going for...
Something like that. A friend who's been here before recommended I should try Juan Alvarado. That's a picture of his house. The address is on the back.
Well, I know him, of course. Respectable man, well-educated, incredible knowledge.
Sounds great. Could you tell me how to get there?
No, it's not great at all. Lately, he's been acting very odd. Doesn't want to see anybody. And for sure, not a white señorita. Not good, not good.
Well, now you've worried me, Don Diego. I was really counting on him.
No, don't say that. I have to think about this. Please, come back in a while.
Well, I can always try and reach him myself.